Now it is time to go over the top 10 best budget gloves on CS2 under $300. So, in the number 10 position, let's start off with the Hand Wraps Caution, which, as you guys can see, on CS2, these are in field tested as well. I think these are beautiful. I don't know, man. Just black and yellow just goes really well together. So, I understand there aren't that many skins that are yellow, but, like, if you have a yellow loadout, these are juices. These are absolute juices. In field tested, like, they pretty much look fact new. And gloves are now fixed, guys, when I'm recording this video. So this is actually what they would look like in CS2. Juices. And yeah, if we look over on Steam and field tested, as you can see, they go for like, you could even get them on Steam for under 300. Because if you guys didn't know, these videos generally, like I'm not talking about $300 on Steam. I'm talking about $300 on like third-party sites. So make sure to check in the description for any of the sites that I'm affiliated with. You'll be able to get skins for way cheaper than Steam price, like 30%, sometimes even more than 30% off. So make sure if you're going to get a pair of gloves or a knife or just any kind of expensive skins, you want to check third parties to get them cheaper. But yeah, even on Steam, you could get these for like 300. So absolute W glove. Yeah, just a really nice one to start the video off with. Next up in the number 9 spot, we have the Hand Wraps Overprint, which are another pair of gloves, which I just absolutely love. Like, maybe I'm a bit biased because they're blue, but yeah, they just look insane. Like, they're also pattern-based as well, guys, so you could get ones with, like, a sick pattern on. You could get random ones if you just want to get the cheapest pair, but definitely make sure to inspect a bunch. Make sure you're getting a nice, like, pattern. I think it's worth spending that extra time. But yeah, for under 300 bucks, they're a juicer. And yeah, the ones we were looking at, these are field tested, not factory new. That's why I just almost smoked up and said. On Steam, you can get them for like around 300. Some are going to be a bit more expensive. Some are going to be a bit less. But as I said, with the last pair of gloves, check third parties. You can get them way cheaper. And yeah, just overall juicer pair of gloves if you've got like a blue loadout or something like that.
Before we continue in the video, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, which is TradeIt.gg. As I go over why TradeIt is such a good site, I'll complete a trade to show how easy it is to use. Not only is TradeIt an automated trading site where you can buy, trade, and sell skins from multiple games, such as CSGO, Rust, and more, it also has the lowest trading fees on the market. They also have up to a 40% discount on skins on their store, and in case you don't have any skins to trade, are now running a 35% top-up bonus offer, which is as simple as this to complete. You'll also be entered into regular giveaways every time you purchase or trade an item on the site, so what are you waiting for? Check out TradeIt using the top link in the description and grab yourself some epic deals. But yeah, let's get back to the video.
Next up, guys, we have the Specialist Gloves Fade in Well Worn. And guys, the Fade, just fade anything on CS2 looks insane. Now, these are a bit beaten up, but that's just because the Specialist Gloves and just fades in general on CS are just hella expensive. So if you don't mind them being a little bit scraped up, then yeah, these are insane. Obviously, you can't really see this right hand, which is a bit of a shame with the inspect. But if you've got like a fade knife especially, these, they match so well. You can, again, these are pattern based, so you can get different colors on these and different fade percentages. So you should definitely look into that as well. But yeah, W Specialist Gloves, W fade finish. I really like them personally. And yeah, over on Steam in minimal wear, these, they're like normally, yeah, around like 315-ish. Could get them for a bit less than 300, so similar to the past two gloves. But yeah, of course, check third parties. You can get them a bit cheaper. W glove. Next up, guys, we have the Sports Gloves Big Game, which I just really like. It's like a yellowish orange kind of pair of sports gloves. And yeah, as you can see, they look pretty clean. You can get different like finishes as well. They are kind of like pattern based. And with something like a Tiger Tooth, which is another nice like budget finish, I think these are really good. So yeah, if you're going for a nice glove knife combo, then these I think are on quite a lot of people's lists, to be fair. I mean, even in my own Discord, I've seen a lot of people put in like just recently a Bowie knife Tiger Tooth with a pair of these. So yeah, juice a pair of gloves, juice a pair of gloves. As you guys can see, yes, these are in well worn as well, and they look hella clean. So yeah, well worn, decent. And yeah, on Steam, 330-ish, maybe like 300, sometimes a little bit cheaper. 250 someone got these for. Wow, that's hella cheap. But of course, as always, check third parties. Next up, guys, we have the Sports Gloves Scarlet Shamagh. I think that's how you say it. And yeah, I really like these gloves. Like, if you're going for like a reddy pinkish kind of loadout, I mean, they are more red than pink, I would say. But yeah, these are very much slept on. I feel like not many people know about these or use these. And yeah, I mean, hey, unless you don't like this pattern here, I think they're honestly a really good pair of gloves to go for. Yeah, just not many people know about them, honestly. And yeah, these are field tested and on Steam. What's it? Like, okay, a bit expensive. Like, these are more like the 340-ish, 325, sometimes a bit more, depending on, like, you know, if they're a low float or not. But, yeah, honestly, you can get these for, like, 300, maybe a tiny bit under 300 on any of the affiliate links down in the description. So, yeah, go check them out. Get yourself a pair of clean red sports gloves. Next up, guys, we have the Specialist Gloves Crimson Web, which are another pair of red gloves, which I think, honestly, more people should look at because, obviously, there are, like, the Crimson Kimonos, which are hella expensive, but, you know, yeah, most people aren't going to be able to get them, whereas a pair of, like, Crimson Webs, they're a bit more affordable. And also, you can get some sick patterns on them. If you like the whole web kind of theme, especially if you've got, like, a Crimson Web knife, you can kind of match it up. It looks really, really nice, I think, personally, in my opinion. As you can see on Steam, in field tested, again, these go for a bit more than 300, generally speaking, on Steam, but these videos aren't for Steam. So, yeah, overall, for under $300, juicer pair of gloves. Next up, guys, we have the Sports Glove Slingshot, which, I mean, honestly, I don't know. If you're going for a red pair of gloves, the previous two we just looked at, kind of, but yeah, the last two gloves that we looked at, they're kind of a better option, in my opinion. It depends, though. Some people like the look of the slingshots more, like the actual, like, kind of this bit, the whole design, so it's really up to you guys, but, you know, slingshots are really, really nice, and, yeah, for under $300, you really can't go wrong with them. Over on Steam, in Battle Scarred, because, yeah, these are Battle Scarred, unfortunately, because they are super popular, yeah, they go for, like, $320-ish on Steam, so, yeah, you're gonna get them for pretty much $300 on third parties, but, yeah, if you just want, like, a really popular pair of red sports gloves, then these are the ones that you go for, in my opinion. Then, guys, in the number 2 spot, we have the Hand Wraps Cobalt Skulls, which are honestly one of my favorite pairs of gloves. I think they're fully slept on. Like, the skulls not only look sick, but the color, blue, it's my favorite color. I might have to try and get a pair of these, guys, because if you've been watching the streams recently, you'll have seen that we got a absolute juicer trade up, which came through. So, yeah, I might have to get a pair of these to match that. But, yeah, Hand Wraps Cobalt Skulls, just absolutely insane. And as you can see, over on Steam, in Battle Scarred, they go for, like, what, $380, $350, maybe $330. So, yeah, if you can get, like, 30% off of these, then you're looking at getting them for, like, $250, maybe more closer to $300, though, in general. But, yeah, absolutely beautiful pair of gloves. Obviously, if you could get, like, better, like, wears or better floats, like a, I don't know, well-worn or field-tested, that's the same for any of these gloves, then obviously go and do that, but this is for gloves, they're under $300. So, yeah, I will be making videos, though, on the, like, 500 budget range, on the 1,000 budget range, so make sure you sub, like, all that kind of stuff, so you guys can see those videos. We have a pair of driver gloves, Imperial Plaid, which are honestly, in my opinion, the best budget gloves in the entire game. Like, they're honestly budget Pandora's boxes. Like, the Pandora's boxes, obviously, they're, like, I love the color purple. I think they look insane, but they are hella expensive. These, on the other hand, you can get them for a pretty good price, and they still look really, really nice. It just depends. Maybe you don't like this pattern on the back of them. Fair enough if that is the case, but yeah, for the price, these are absolute juices. As you can see, guys, over on Steam in Well Worn, yeah, these are like $334, $350, something like that. So yeah, you can just look for a good pattern, look for an okay-ish, you know, like finish. Like, it is also pattern-based, so you could get like the knuckles looking a bit cleaner depending on the pair that you get. But yeah, overall, absolute W.